Bradley Thomas.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Secretary of State, yesterday the Shadow Secretary of State asked if you will publish the text of a deal that you signed with China in March of last year, and you dodged the question. You called it a wacky conspiracy theory.
The ask is straightforward. Publish the actual text of the China deal. Instead of an answer, what we get is an invitation to ask about anything else. Notice that.
Ministers in your department have published similar deals relating to Chile and Japan, for instance. Why do different rules apply to China?
That's the practice that was employed under the previous government. But ask me any questions about our relationship with China and I'll answer them.
You know, the sort of topics that Parliament deserves to see the detail on include whether this deal involved commitments not to complain to China about slave labour being used in solar production, supply chains, commitments to maintain resilience on maintain reliance on Chinese supply chain.
Other countries get to see their deal's text. China doesn't. That's the detail worth sharing before it quietly disappears. Stick around, it gets worse.
Do ask me, Mr. Thomas, any questions you like about our relationship to China.
And this is what I'm doing. So why not publish the text of the deal?
Why don't you, as I say, we're following the practice of the previous government.
But Secretary of State, you've released the text of deals with other countries. Why is China being treated differently?
I'm just explaining to you that we're following the practice of previous governments. But
I'm asking about this government. This government
do ask me, Mr. Thomas, any questions you like.
This government has published the text of deals with other countries. Why not release the text of the deal for China?
As I say, we're following the previous practice.
I'm talking about this government, Secretary of State. You've released it for other countries.
We're following the previous practice, as I said.
Text.
But do ask me any questions about our relationship with China.
So why not release the text?
Well, I think I've explained to you the practices that we're following, and with certain countries we have certain approaches, and with others we have other approaches.
Okay, so if there's a different approach to China, why is China different?
Well, as I say, just ask me any questions you like
on this.
That's what I'm doing.
This is the question I would like to ask. So why is China being treated differently?
I've answered the question, Mr. Thomas.
He's answered that quite a few times.
I don't believe he has. He's made reference to the previous government.
Whether you like the answer is another matter, but he has.
This government has a very inconsistent approach, Chairman. They've released the text of deals with other countries, but not with China. There is a two-tier approach, quite evidently. So if the government is going to apply a uniform approach, why does the Secretary of State not release the text of this deal?
We proceed on the basis of on a certain basis with some countries and a different and different basis with different countries, as has been the practice of previous governments. But honestly, ask me any questions about our relationship with China, and I'll answer them for you.
And that's what I've been doing, but you haven't answered them, Secretary of State.
Well, you obviously don't have any questions actually about the substance. What is your question on the substance, Mr. Thomas?
Substantively, I would like to see the government release the text of this deal, as Parliament deserves to see. Now, the Secretary of State can chuckle and laugh and be evasive around the topic, but it's a serious issue.
Do you have any more questions?
I don't have any further questions.
Okay, thank you.
So what does transparency even mean if the one deal that stays hidden is the one with China? Subscribe if you want these records kept public. That's exactly what we're doing here.